Hey Capricorns, and welcome back to Caprico. This video is going to be your general reading for May 2019. It is for those who have Capricorn in their sun, their moon, or their rising. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with your two cards. You have the Sweetness and Synergy, and you have Remembrance. So these two cards talk about basically being able to find your true destiny and forgiving those that hurt you. I feel like a lot of you may be in a position where you kind of feel like you're not really on the path that you want to be on, or maybe you decided to do something and ended up to where you're not quite happy with where you're at. I feel like y'all may have some people in your past that hurt you, like your parents or maybe a partner, or maybe even yourself. And this is a big time for you to forgive this month anybody that has hurt you in the past. Also, it'll be a good time for y'all to learn how to basically say no. I feel like a lot of you are taking on shit or doing shit that you don't necessarily want to do or say yes to. So now is going to be the time to start saying no and focus more on your own selfish needs. And keep in mind, this is a general reading. So on the flip side, if you've been too selfish, you might want to try the opposite effect, because I do see that some of you need to become more selfish and some of you selfishness. I hope you understand what I'm saying. But basically, I feel like some of you are feeling kind of like a doormat. Some of you may have the feeling of giving up on love. But I feel like you're letting yourself fall short here, because I feel like a lot of you are actually in a position to where people are going to be looking up to you. I feel like this month you'll be working on a lot of gratitude. Remembering things from the past with that remembrance card there. I feel like, there's going to be things in the past that may have been like dark times or dark things that have happened to you. But if you look back into those times, how many lessons did you learn? What did you figure out about yourself in those moments? What was it you were capable of doing? What new things did you discover about you? How did you react? How did you feel? What was it that got you through it? How much strength did you really find in yourself when you were going through those moments? I feel like, a lot of you Capricorns, you have like everything you need. And this is going to be a time where you can take everything you've learned and all the tools that you have, and this is now really the time to take charge of your life and moving forward. I feel like y'all are going to have a lot of self-motivation this month. Make sure to ask yourself along the way, ask if how things benefit you or affect you. So like if you need to say no to something, ask yourself, be like, hey, how does this benefit me? How is this going to affect me if I say yes to this? Ask yourself these questions. I also feel like some of you may have this like curiousness about like what's to come and what's to come, but it's like right now you need to focus on what's in the present, and to remember that you have what it is to change your future if you don't see it fit the way that you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the cards. Let's see what y'all have. The Hierophant, the High Priestess. Ooh, that's a powerful combo. Okay, Capricorn. The Queen of Cups. The Four of Swords reversed. I've had so many signs get this card. Like, the levels of insomnia are unreal with people. Three of Wands reversed. Six of Cups. And Queen of Swords, two queens. All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Six of Cups. I believe y'all had that also in your love reading with past people coming back, and apparently people of the past are a thing. And that also steps into forgiving people in the past. I feel like some of you may be able to move forward now, like, and have a more forgiveness and better outlook on things from the past. It's not to say that you won't still be cautious, but I feel like there's going to be, like, your heart's going to get lighter at this point. I feel like a lot of you are also going to be getting your priorities together. I feel like some of you are like going through things in your life, whether it be material or people, like kind of cleansing out what you need to and getting your shit together. I'm also seeing right here with these two cards, we got a lot of spiritual stuff going on. Some of you may be actually working to, or trying to become a priest. Some of you may be getting into divination, like tarot reading and stuff, or working with something with chakras or crystals. Or you may just be getting more interested in learning about those topics altogether. I feel like there's a lot of issues here. I don't want to really say issues, but I feel like there's a lot here that has to do with the mom. It is going to be Mother's Day this month. So maybe some of you are moms and it's going to become more about you, or you're going to be really forgiving someone who is a mother figure. Or I'm also seeing somebody from the past could be coming back, like a friend or something here that you haven't seen in a while. So some of you may have a friend that comes back from the past too. But typically when the Six of Cups appears in a reading, it signifies that anybody from the past can be popping back. And since y'all had that in your love reading too, I'm pretty sure that this could be anybody at this point. So just expect visitors from the past. It can also be memories that you have, like, you had this too. If you notice, you have this one and this one. So Capricorns, y'all got a lot of memory things going on here. Like, y'all got memories from the past that you're looking back on. Some of them good, probably some of them bad. Goes both ways. But either way, you might be going through your past and trying to figure out, how you got to where you are now. Or maybe some of you need an answer to something and you're having to look into your past to find the answer to the now. But overall, I feel like, and then I'm also seeing here, there could be, just someone who is like remembering somebody that has like passed away as well and having fond memories with that person. But I do overall feel like there's going to be definitely some people popping up from the past coming back here in your life, Capricorn. Who they are, it's a general reading. Apply it how you will. I also see here that, like, this is not really a time, like, y'all aren't going to really be letting other people's, like, basically sway you into doing things. I feel like y'all are going to pretty much be like almost the mediators right now. I feel like y'all are going to be having a lot of powerful spiritual moments, shall we say. That can apply differently to everyone, but there is definitely a deep spiritual connection here. Somebody from the past also could be somebody that you're extremely spiritually connected to as well. But I do see that, some of you may be having spiritual blocks throughout the month as well. So it can go both ways, really. I see this going both ways with Capricorns. Or some of you are trying to advance your skills at certain things. So like if you're a tarot reader, for example, you may be blocked, or you may be trying to learn more or get your skills. But I do feel like there is some type of like creative block here. I feel like meditation will help with that. I'm also seeing a real need to express your gratitude. There is definitely like a need to every day here. It's like, you wake up and make a list of everything you're grateful for, or think of like 3 things a day that you're grateful or you appreciate or you're glad. Like, it's also going to help with keeping you in the here, now, and the present, and it'll help with your mood as well. But I definitely see there is going to be someone here that either you express your gratitude towards, or they express it for you, or to you, not for you. There's also a message here that, like we were talking about right here with, things from the past that could have happened that might have been like some like dark stuff from the past or whatever. It's also sitting here talking about like there's a need to accept the good and the bad, a need to accept the way that things are and the way things work out and the way that they happen, like to be able to just accept it for what it is and to move forward with it. But I feel like some of you may struggle with that, or you may want to know how this is going to turn out because of how this turned out, like almost like an anxiety or a fear issue with it from the past. But this is a time where, it is what it is. Accept it for what it is and how it worked out. Everything works out for a reason. And if you start looking back, like I was talking about, you'll start seeing how things start adding up to where they are now. And sometimes it's okay not to know what's coming. Sometimes Spirit doesn't even give me stuff. Like sometimes people just aren't supposed to know certain things. Some things are meant to play out in the way that they're supposed to for a reason. Everything's connected and intertwined. So I think it'll be very different there for everyone with what it is you're trying to figure out for the future. But let it all play out the way it's supposed to. Accept it for the way that it is. You don't have to know everything that's coming. It's okay. It's okay to not know. I think that's the biggest message, is just it's okay with not knowing and being able to really truly accept the good with the bad, because you can't have the negative without the positive. You know, I know a lot of people try to focus so much on, oh, positive this, and be positive. But the truth is, without that negative, there is no positive. Sometimes, you know, the negative has to happen in order for there to be a positive. Just saying. Some people don't get the concept. But I'm just going to put it out there. I feel like some of you may also be giving someone the benefit of the doubt. So if somebody has hurt you, you might be in a position with someone to give them kind of just like, okay, you know, you kind of did this and this and this, but you kind of say you're changed now, so I'll go ahead and just, you know, give you the benefit of the doubt and we'll see what happens. And I feel like if you do this, you're going to do this extremely cautiously, okay? She's prepared for anything that comes at her. And I feel like this, you know, is going to be how you end up taking care of shit. You're going to rely on yourself. You're going to rely on what you know. And I feel like you've been through so much shit before, Capricorns. Look at this. She's already got her shit set up. She's got traps set up. She's ready to aim fire, okay? She's normally the queen that's kind of known as a bitch, but, you know, when the king's gone, she takes care of everything. Everything falls on her shoulders. She knows a lot. She's learned a lot. She's been through a lot. So she's prepared for whatever comes out at her. So just know, Capricorn, if any shit does come up, you got this. You're prepared. You know how to handle it. You don't have to be all, like, I feel like also, you know, with this queen here too, I feel like you're able to be caring and loving, and you're able to have your emotions on straight, but you're also, I feel like, very logical as well. I feel like there's a really good balance here between emotions and logic. And I feel like that's been something that you've learned over time, going through a lot of experiences that have changed you. If you're a younger Capricorn, this may not necessarily apply to you yet, but for the older ones, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I just realized this video is getting really long. I just feel like this is a really deep spiritual month for a lot of Capricorns, and very powerful, especially with you and yourself. There's a lot of power within you for this month. So it's going to be a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye, Capricorns.